the Student Life YouTube Live on the International Student Experience. My name is Moriola, and I'm a Community and Orientation Assistant for the Center of International Experience, also known as CIE. I am currently in my third year at UofT, doing a double major in Health Studies and Industrial Relations and Human Resources. A fun fact about me is I started UofT when I was just 16, and being in such a big and unfamiliar space taught me a lot about navigating new environments and connecting with people. And those experiences have really helped me grow. I'm very excited to be here with you all today and hope I can help you feel even more excited about starting your journey here at the University of Toronto.
I'm Hannah. I use she, her pronouns, and I am the program coordinator for orientation and community programs, which is part of the International Student Experience team here at the Center for International Experience. While I'm not an international student, I was once new myself to Canada and can relate to some of the emotions you might be feeling right now as you get ready to come to UofT. A big part of my role at CIE is offering opportunities for international students, such as yourselves, to find answers, make connections, and build a community. So I'm excited to be here with Moriola this afternoon to connect with you live and welcome you to UofT. While CIE offers a wide variety of services, resources, and programs, including global learning opportunities for students on the St. George campus, we are going to focus more on the international student services and share with you just some important and helpful reminders for you as you start looking ahead to the start of your fall term.
As an incoming international student, your transition to the University of Toronto will probably have a few extra layers compared to that of your Canadian counterparts. You have to become familiar with terms such as a study permit and UHIP. You also have to learn how to navigate a new transit system, set up a bank account, and later in the winter, file Canadian income taxes. And managing all of this on top of being a student at UofT can feel very overwhelming. But on the bright side, that's a big part of why the CIE is here. Throughout this YouTube Live, Hannah and I will do our best to share useful resources, direct you to some of our pre-arrival programming, and answer any questions you have to help make your transition to the University of Toronto as smooth as possible.
So there are many things you'll need to prepare for as an international student before you start your journey to UofT, but really the most important thing you need to get done first is to get your study permit. Your study permit is the official legal document that allows you to study in Canada, and it is recommended that you apply for a study permit as soon as you receive your offer of admission. Additionally, again, depending on the country you are coming from, you may need to apply for other documents to come to Canada. So it's really important to know what you need early on. And securing all the proper documentation can be a little confusing. So you can find more detailed information on CIE's immigration webpage, including resources on studying, entering, and working in Canada. You can book an appointment to meet one-on-one with an immigration advisor or take part in one of the many virtual Q&A sessions that are held throughout the summer. And the next Q&A session is on study permits and entry documents, and that will take place on July 22nd at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. There are a number of relevant recordings that you can watch ahead of attending the session with your questions. Once you feel you have a handle on your study permit and other entry documents, we do encourage all incoming international students to view the After Entry to Canada section of the immigration web pages. This page hosts a number of helpful videos, including one on your legal documents in Canada, another on working in Canada, if maybe that's something you're interested in doing. The immigration advising team is also hosting a number of study permit orientation for new international student sessions throughout the summer and into the fall. And please note, it's really important to know this, that only a licensed immigration advisor can advise you on immigration matters. So if you have questions that can't be answered by any of the resources available to you online, we really encourage you to reach out and connect directly with your immigration advising team.
Additionally, I know as an international student, healthcare might not be something that you're thinking about just yet, but I think it is extremely important to understand how your coverage works once you become a student at U of T. If you are a registered international student, you are automatically enrolled in the University Health Insurance Plan, also known as UHIP, which is your mandatory health insurance plan. You will stay enrolled in UHIP for as long as you're registered and paying your minimum fees here at U of T. If your studies also begin in fall, your UHIP coverage will officially start on September 1st. To receive your welcome package from Cohen, which is the insurance provider that U of T will be using, make sure your U of T email is updated on Acorn. This step is super important because the welcome package will only be sent to your U of T email and it will not be delivered to any other email address. This package will include your UHIP card and certificate number. Additionally, your UHIP plan covers up to 1 million per policy year for things like doctor visits, hospital care, diagnostics, ambulances, and more here in Ontario. You can also find all these details, including what's covered and how it compares to other plans on our website.
So while UHIP does cover a lot of services, like Moriola was just mentioning, it is important to know that UHIP doesn't cover everything. So things like prescription medication, dental services, eyeglasses, therapy, and even some travel insurance, those are covered by your supplementary health insurance plan, which is administered by your student union. So if you have any questions about these particular services, you should contact your student union directly. And we know that trying to understand, how your health coverage works can be confusing. So the UHIP team also offers a series of UHIP Q&A sessions held throughout this month and next. It gives you a chance to chat directly with a UHIP advisor and ask all your questions. They will also be hosting several UHIP 101 sessions where you can, again, learn more about setting up and accessing your UHIP card, learn more about your coverage details, as well as just gaining some useful tips and making the most of your insurance while you're a student at U of T. And finally, the team will be taking part in several health services overview sessions alongside health and wellness and both student unions, where you can learn more about healthcare, mental health, and accessibility supports available to you on campus. And all of these sessions will take place virtually to make them more accessible to as many of you as possible.
Yeah. In addition to these wonderful services and resources offered to international students through the Immigration Advising and UHIP teams, you can also find support through CIE's International Student Experience team. The ISC team leads events and programming tailored to support and enrich the academic and co-curricular experiences of international and globally minded students, from pre-arrival to graduation and beyond. We work with partners across the St. George campus on programs to help support international students in various aspects of the student experience. As you transition from high school to university, or perhaps even undergrad to graduate studies, the way you learn may change, which is normal. You may encounter new situations that require a different approach than before. I encourage you to attend the Learning at U of T as an international student Q&A sessions that the ISC team hosts in partnership with the Center for Learning Strategy Support. There is one for international undergrad students and one for international grad students. Bring any questions you may have about academic studies at U of T. Student peer mentors will also facilitate a short presentation, and then you will get the chance to ask your questions anonymously.
We recognize that, in addition to preparing not only for your studies, there are other things to consider as you get ready for your arrival at U of T. So from deciding what to pack and bring versus what you can buy here, finding your way from the airport to campus and learning how to navigate a new city, to getting involved and meeting new people. The ISC team has you covered with a variety of pre-arrival programs and resources to help guide you. So this Thursday, July 17th, Moriola and I will actually be hosting the first of 2 Toronto Tips sessions. During both of these sessions, we will be sharing some of our insider tips and tricks for living in Toronto. We'll highlight things to do, see, and discover, including things that have been recommended by other students. We'll chat more about the weather, food, how to navigate the TTC. You'll become very familiar with that. It includes the subway and the buses and streetcars, which will help you kind of get around this new city you'll be living in.
Outside of this amazing event, we also have some more exciting events coming up to help make your university journey feel a bit easier. There's a new program called the International Student Essentials, where we're offering 3 virtual sessions, getting to know us at the CID better on July 16, understanding what an SIN is and why it matters, along with other financial topics on August 6th, and an intercultural communication workshop on August 11th. You can find out more and register on Folio. These events are designed to help you understand your resources and get a better sense on how to navigate university life, as well as outside of school. And on August 13th, we will be hosting an event called UofT Insider, Know Before You Go. This session gives you a sneak peek at some things that are sure to come up in your first few months here at UofT. We will talk about how to use different online platforms like Folio, how to access important campus resources, and give you a feel for the culture here at St. George campus. It is a wonderful opportunity to get familiar with the university without feeling overwhelmed, which I can relate to. And you will also have a chance to ask questions and maybe even get answers to things that you've been curious or worried about yourself.
And if you're looking for something a little bit more personalized, support that will also help you, build connections and, begin to feel more part of the U of T community, we highly recommend becoming part of our Bridging Connections mentorship program. By participating in this program, you'll be grouped with an upper year peer student mentor who will essentially be your first point of contact to help you as you transition to U of T. So the Bridging Connections mentorship program is open to St. George students only and consists of a series of virtual and in-person activities that run from late August through October. And by participating, not only will you be getting transition in support and the beginnings of building your community, but you'll also be able to earn recognition on the co-curricular record, or CCR. And CCR provides you with a way to capture the skills and experiences you have outside of the classroom during your time at UofT. I will say that spots are limited in this mentorship program. So if you are interested, please be sure to complete the application form and attend the mentee orientation on August 11th.
Yeah. Outside of the CCR being a wonderful way to get involved in school, Hannah and I could go on and on about all of these amazing events and programs that the ISC is offering later this summer and into the fourth term, but we don't want to take up too much of your time. Please be sure to check out our events calendar on the International Experience website to get a fuller view of everything that is coming up. You can also register for most of our events through the Folio platform.
And most likely you still have questions and concerns that maybe we haven't been able to address directly this afternoon. But just so you know, we have so many virtual resources available for you to access no matter where you currently are in the world. Do be sure to head over to our virtual resource and information hub on our website. It's packed with all kinds of information on pre-arrival, arriving in Toronto, finances. There are links to pre-recorded sessions as well as important news and updates. Our iHub team is always working hard to update the resource library with new pieces of information. And if you can't find your answer there, please don't hesitate to reach out to us by email. And be sure to keep an eye out for the International Student Update e-newsletter to arrive in your inbox. As an international student, you will be automatically enrolled. We've already sent out one special edition to incoming international undergrad students, with one scheduled to be released next week and then another in August. And these e-newsletters are just another great tool to kind of, stay in the know on all things happening at CID.
That's all for Hannah and I today. We hope that you've learned something new, walked away with a new resource or contact, or even plan on signing up for an event that caught your interest. Becoming a UofT student is a huge accomplishment, so congratulations. And I know that comes with a lot of excitement, anticipation, and sometimes anxiety as well, which is okay. As you begin your journey, we hope that you remember You have so many resources available to you here at the Center for International Experience. So please do not hesitate to get in touch with us. Thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you at a future event.